In New Orleans, if a prostitute gives you a blowjob, she might be committing a crime against nature. Good morning, this is Toad Vlogs. This is the morning show, and apparently a 206-year-old law in New Orleans classifies prostitutes that give oral or anal sex as being a crime against nature, and they are now made by this law to register as sex offenders. And I don't know if you know this, but in New Orleans, if you're registered as a sex offender, they don't just play around. It's put on your driver's license. It's put on, in some places, your license plate. It is listed everywhere you go. And if you are a prostitute and you happen to get caught performing oral or anal sex on an adult, you will, almost cannot get away from this. You can't get a job. Even meaningless jobs like working at a department store or in a restaurant, you, as a labeled sex offender, you won't be able to get the job. So not only that, I have a major problem with classifying stuff like this as sex offenders, because when people think of sex offenders, they automatically think of pedophiles. And that's the people who should be labeled as pedophiles. Sex offenders should be pedophiles, rapists. They should not be people who, got head. It should not be people who did a little anal. I mean, what consenting adults do is no business of the state. So, yeah, it's going to put to the point where sex offender doesn't mean anything. Is that really what we want? If we want to get to the point where just being, a sex offender has no meaning whatsoever, is that what we want? Right now, when we classify somebody as a sex offender, it means something. But if we continue to put prostitutes as sex offenders for nothing more than giving somebody head, we're demeaning that, and then we get to the point where it doesn't mean anything at all. And that's a sad day. That's going to be a very sad day. Hey, press the subscribe button. It's easy.